And I am a black poet, and I will not stay silent while our nation murders black people. I have a right to be angry, and I will be reciting Trayvon Martin by myself. 911, what is your emergency? I see a goon in a hoodie walking up the street. Well, sir, is he disturbing the peace? Nah, he's just staring at me. Are you serious? Have we slid back into old times? I'm just curious. 17-year-old Trayvon Martin was gunned down by 28-year-old George Zimmerman because I guess brown skin and dark hoodies make you seem tough and suspicious enough of a reason not to cuff this man's hand. Listen, somebody's child is screaming on their tape, pleading for someone to help him escape the impending death that lied in his wake. But Zimmerman came saying he was the victim, and Trayvon was the aggressive bomb. What happened conveniently to the scream stopped after the gunshot. And Zimmerman stood there with a spoken barrel, feeling proud that another goon ain't get away that they always do. After this young man's plans included making his mom's problem selling to school. Justice needs to be pursued. What's right is right, but this is wrong, so wrong. Just imagine how his parents sat up waiting for their son to come home. Not knowing that he laid in the morgue for 3 days, body stiff and so cold. Not knowing when Trey left the house that morning that he would encounter a man who would judge him by the way he looked and would take law into his own hands. Murdered, not for the sins he committed or the wrong he had done, but for being young, black, and free, for those he was guilty and for those who received the death penalty. Now, who said slavery is dead? Because it's very much alive. And yeah, we've come a long way and change is approaching, but it has yet to arrive. Because only an American can teen for all things to hang his hate crime and his killer has yet to do the time. After all these years, the value of a black man's life remains the same. The only difference is, instead of lynching, we're gunning them down for a change. But you expect me to respect authority when I live in such a liberal country where a girl gets arrested on spot for throwing flour on a celebrity. But it's such excuse of a man shot and killed this innocent African-American teen for walking down a suburban street and has yet to be convicted in the penitentiary? It's apparent that this world is corrupt, like Monopoly. When your dad is a judge, you can get out of jail for free. Trayvon was stripped of his life and his parents were stripped of their son, and to think he could have been any one of us. Judged, not by the vastness of our sin, but by the color of our skin. Trayvon sported that gorgeous complexion along with his black hoodie that sealed his fate. And I want you to know that even though times is hard and evidence is tainted, we can only pray that upon some canvas, justice for Trayvon will be painted. But I want you to know that this is real life. This ain't no riddle. Baby boy was gunned down, armed, with a handful of iced tea and a pocket full of Skittles. Woo!